Okay, hello everyone. Um, right now I want to talk about, you know, um, Ron Paul's bid for the GOP um, presidential nomination um, has entered, a new scaled back phase that may signal the practical end of his campaign. And, in a letter to his supporters, um, Ron Paul, he explained, the position of his campaign moving forward, and that he will continue to take leadership position, win delegates, and carry a strong message, to the Republican National Convention, and that liberty is the way of the future. Moving forward, however, um, he will no longer spend resources campaigning in primaries in states that have not, yet voted. So doing so with any hope, of success, it would, take many, say many tens of millions of dollars we, simply do not have, and that the letter is entirely consistent with Ron Paul's larger message of fiscal responsibility. Rather than continuing, to spend the campaign fund provided, by his supporters on contests that he doesn't deem winnable, and that Ron Paul is choosing to focus on, continue his campaign, without the massive overhead of direct campaign spending, and the chances of Paul actually winning the GOP nomination are as remote now as they were a few months ago. And the reality is that the GOP is going to Mitt Romney and the vice presidential running mate that he select, and that Paul's role at this point would be to force an acknowledgement of his message by the GOP establishment, and perhaps, from the Romney campaign as it tried to mount, a challenge to President Obama bid for re-election. So all I got to say is, ironically, it will probably not be until after the upcoming election that people start to understand, what Ron Paul was trying to tell them for the better part of last year. But by then, it won't really matter, of course. But Paul's message may be even more important in 2013 than it is in 2012. All right.